Welcome to LS600. This is a research in librarianship. This is Summer 3, 2015. My name is Simon Aristeguieta-Trillos, and I'm going to be your facilitator, I would say, on this course. As you know, LS600 is one of the capstone alternative, the other one being LS570, which is the internship. Okay, let me show you how we're going to work this short semester. Summer 3 is only 6 weeks. It starts July 6 and will end on August 6. So let's go to the content area. In the content area, we have several items. First, we have the syllabus. Please make sure you read the syllabus and know what it is expected from you. I'm not going to go over the whole syllabus because then the recording will be too long. But I'm going to say that my contact information is here, and the best way to get in touch with me is by using D2L in a section in the communications area where you can ask a question. Why? Because I won't be in my office during the summer, during summer 3. I'll be doing some traveling. However, I will be connected to the web, so normally I will respond the same day. My responses will be in a time frame of 24 hours or less. So now if you have something like personal, you can email me if you want to. But for class questions, the best way to do it is use D2L, because maybe your question, maybe you have a similar question that will serve other students, and also other students can interact. So here is Summer 2015 LS600 Research and Librarianship. This is a capstone. Here's my name. Here's my office. Here's my email, and it says office hours by appointment. Email. Call me at my office, and online office hours at T12. We have the description here. And in order to take LS600, you have to have approved LS550. Hopefully, you have your research proposal ready. If you have taken the class with me and or other instructors, you may have some recommendations on your proposal. And what we are going to do in LS600 is to collect the data and finish chapter 4 and 5. So far, you should have the first 3 chapters: the introduction, the literature review, and the methodology. And in this class, what you're going to do is the presentation of results and conclusions. This is not a dissertation. This is not a thesis. So keep that in mind so you can finish in one period, in one session. 5 weeks seems to me like a very short time. But some of you will be able to do it. If not, the idea is that you will take an incomplete and you will finish next semester. Normally, in a semester, it's very doable, but a semester is 15 weeks. So this is a very short session, and we're going to see if it's possible to do it. If you have your first 3 chapters ready and you have your IRB approved, then you can go and do your survey, you do your interviews, and you write your results. What we want is that you try the scientific methodology, whichever methodology have you choose. It may be qualitative, it may be quantitative, but the sample size doesn't have to be huge, because this is just a research experience. Again, it's not a PhD dissertation, or it's not a master thesis, but we want you to collect original data. If you are to do interviews, or if you are going to do surveys, and you're going to observe behavior, then you need your IRB approved before you can start collecting data. If you're going to use other type of data that is published, then you don't need the IRB. Some examples would be circulation statistics, or if you're going to do a collection management research, or if you're working with citation analysis and bibliometrics. Last semester, I had one student doing a research paper, a research proposal on job postings in librarianship. And that person was going to do a statistical analysis of job postings. That's perfectly fine. And for that type of jobs, you don't need the IRB. But if you're going to collect, if you're going to interview or you do survey, you need an IRB. So make sure you have that done before you can go on and 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 start gathering your data. There are not going to be lectures, uh, so I don't expect you to come to D2L every day or so. Try to do it as a in case I have to. There are some questions, or I put some uh, news, etc. But I won't be lecturing in this class. I have recommended some books. You don't need any book, but it's a good idea to have a research book. I want this paper to be written in the format of APA 6 edition. Okay, so you have to use APA 6 edition. And if you don't have the APA book, you can always check owlenglishpurdue.edu, where they have many examples, and they have a paper example of how to write a paper using APA style. What it is required is in the I'm going to show you this. This is in the syllabus, and then we're going to go to the D2L. Okay. So please make sure you read the syllabus completely. Here is how I'm going to assign letter grades, etc. Okay, let's go to the content area. What I want you to do this week is you have to add your research proposal. So I know what you are researching on, and you're supposed to have that done prior taking this class. So please make sure you post your research proposal in the Dropbox. Then you in 3 weeks I want to see a progress report to see if you are advancing. And finally, there will be you have to put in the Dropbox your final research paper. Okay. There are two surveys that I want you to take. These are not related to the class itself in terms of your grade. No, this is to help us, your alma mater, your Department of Library Science, to go to the accreditation that is going to be in 2 years. So one is the exit survey, I'm sorry, and the other one is the multi-subject learning survey that probably you took when you came into Clarion. So please make sure you take these two surveys, because it is very important for us to get this data to get our accreditation. And it is very important for you as professionals that the school where you got your master's degree is accredited too, because that will have that will show in your CV or your resume that you graduated from an ALA accredited school. So make sure you complete these two surveys. They have nothing to do with your grade or anything. So don't worry about any of the answers there. You just answer the survey if you can, please. Okay? Let's go to assessment, and here are the drop boxes that I'm talking about. And they have a due date, so you don't forget. First, I want you this week by July 8th to have your research proposal in the Dropbox. Then by July 24th, I want a progress report. It doesn't have to be a long progress report. It can be a 2-3 paragraph. I just want to know where you are in terms of your research. And finally, the research paper is due on August 5th. So here is where you have to put this paperwork. In terms of communication, if you go to discussion, I have, if you want to introduce yourself, who you are. For questions, this is where you are going to put your questions. And this is for comments about the class or librarianship or jobs or whatever. That's up to you if you want to post. But this is especially important, this topic in this forum, because this is where you're going to ask questions about and how I can help you, if I can. Okay, so it is very simple. We just want to complete your research proposal. So do chapter 4, chapter 5, make sure it's in APA style, make sure citations are correct. Something to be aware of, and here is in the Dropbox, and it's in the syllabus. And this is a it's a university requirement, and it's my personal. I'm asking you personally to make sure that, because it has happened in the past, to make sure that your paper is your own. It's an original work. Okay. I have this. This is the originality check. So all your papers will be checked for originality. You can paraphrase. You can have direct quotes, but you have to make sure that the reader, in this case myself, knows that you are paraphrasing or you are quoting from other works. So make sure you use your citations correctly. Okay? I add that in the syllabus too. If we go to the syllabus, there is a paragraph on academic honesty or dishonesty, and so please read number 5, okay, in regards to the policies of academic honesty. Here it is too, the statement. Your draft and final papers will be submitted to Dropbox, where this instructor uses turn-in software. Clarion License University has an agreement with this service to help prevent plagiarism. So read this and make sure you turn in your original work. Okay? We have two or three instances where we have to fail the student. But I'm sure with this group, this is not going to happen. But I mean, my obligation is to tell you that we are checking on that. So read the syllabus, and if you have any questions, please make sure you use this forum in the discussion where it says ask a question. I'm going to add here to the content area a sample paper from last year, and also I'm going to add to an APA let me put it already here so you know it's going to be here, sample paper and APA formatting. Okay, so you can check that. By the time you're watching this video, this is going to be here, so you can see you know what some of the one paper that I got last year from one of our former students, and about APA formatting. Okay, thank you so much. If you have any question, please make sure you post it there. And in order to finish this in 5 weeks, you have to start working from this moment on. Thank you.